It's Only Music with the Rock Professor Brad and Andrew.
Hey, this is Philip Sace, and you are watching the 5150 Show with Brad and Andrew. All right.
Hey folks, it's the 5150 show. Thanks for joining us. We've got John ZD351 in the chat. I suspect a lot of you might be watching this show after the show ends, maybe on replay, on review, rewind, or whatever it's called. John, thanks for hanging out with us a couple of days ago on the channel, brother. Some good comments and some good views on the show that we did with John ZD351. We've included John's link on that show too, folks. If you haven't already checked out John, go and check out what he's doing over there. Right, it's not wobbling anymore. Today's show is an interesting show. A couple of days ago, I had the pleasure of having a conversation with a couple of friends of mine, real friends in real life, about our channel here. One friend in particular watches us regularly and knows what we get up to here. The other friend wasn't aware, hadn't seen what we've been doing here for a while, and he was blown away that we had 10K subscribers, and congratulated us. for it. And we said, yeah, thanks. I said thanks on behalf of everybody that's involved in the channel. I said thanks. And he made a comment, and it was a serious comment. It wasn't like a joke. It was a comment about, wow, you must be making a lot of money then. And I thought, well, no, we don't really. And after running this channel for a few years, I can understand why a lot of other channels do a lot of things that they do to generate income on their channels. I can understand why a lot of channels have sponsors. You might watch, some current affair channels or something, or some music channels, and they'll stop 5 minutes, and it's not the YouTube ad, it's the channel doing an ad, plugging a product. And I've noticed a lot of channels that I watch do that. And I can understand why, because obviously they want to generate an income. I know a lot of channels that I watch too also make a big point about plugging super chats and channel subscribers. Now, it's something that we've mentioned in the past, that we do have channel subscribers up, and, maybe we should be asking people to do that. I don't know. It's never been, I'm speaking on my own here, it's never been a priority of mine to, do that, because there was always, so much other stuff that you have to talk about when you do a show. There's a diary there of notes that you make for the show. And that's fine. That's fine if channels are out there asking for people to subscribe to whatever product that they have. I get that. One thing, though, we've always prioritized ourselves here on this channel about doing, though, is asking people to subscribe to channels of our friends, and we'll always continue to do that. We'll also ask people to subscribe to other social media platforms, and we'll continue to do that, because it's that kind of organic growth that I kind of like. And we were recipients of that early on too. There were a lot of channels, a lot of guys that I don't sort of keep in touch with anymore through social media. Ben is our Canadian friend. I remember, we did a bit of stuff with Ben at the start, and he did a lot of plugging for our channel, and vice versa. I didn't prepare for this part of the show, so forgive me if there are channels out there that plugged us at the start. Maybe this might be an opportunity, if you're watching this, to make that comment in the chat that you were responsible for sharing our channel. But that's been the main focus of what we do here on this channel, is get the subscribers up, and we like the fact that we had some channel growth. People found what we were doing here a little bit interesting, and interesting enough for people to hit the subscribe button. That's the key. A lot of channels will tell you that when they go and do some analytics on their channel, that yes, YouTube gives it somewhere, the amount of people that watch over a 28-day period or whatever, they'll break it down to a percentage who watch your channel that aren't subscribers. And it's always high when I watch other videos talking about that, other channels talking about that, and it's the same with us too. I think 75% of people who watch our videos aren't subscribers. So that's another thing that we like to talk about too. If you are watching a clip and you do find the clip interesting, great, or whatever, go and hit the subscribe button of whatever you're watching. Thanks, John. Ben Coombs. You know, we started out pretty much together. We were watching another channel, and yeah, we sort of decided Ben was doing something. Ben was our first guest. So, you know, that's how a lot of these channels worked back in the day. There was another guy called Jason. I remember him from the States. Haven't seen Jason for a long, long time. You know, so we can you know, celebrate that fact. But getting back to the conversation that I had with my friend, because, you know, he watches, he's a political person. He watches a lot of political channels, you know, where, you know, these channels have like $1, $2, $3 million, 3 million subscribers. I was going to say $1 million subscribers, 3 million, you know, 450,000 subscribers. And there's a conversation about how much revenue those channels make. So I thought what I'd do, because I've seen over the couple of years other channels talk about this as well, you know, and it's probably a good opportunity for our channel to talk about it too, because, you know, we've gone on this channel and talked about our experiences doing a YouTube channel. I've done that a couple of times with Ben Coombs when we were about 5,000K subscribers, about how difficult that was. And I had Fruitcake Tony on the channel as well, talking about how we built the channel here by sharing our links. The big thing with our channel and getting a subscriber base was, number one, asking people to subscribe, because for a long time we didn't do that. We didn't even ask people to subscribe to our channel. So you have to do that. You have to ask people to subscribe, and you have to ask people to share your link, and you have to do that yourself. You know, you have to put aside a bit of time and share your links, and we do that all the time. The show that I did the other day with John, I shared that link on about 3 or 4 big Bruce Springsteen Facebook groups and got some good replies from people. You know, there's a lot of Bruce Springsteen fans out there who love the fact that people are still talking about these albums, you know, and what it means. So you get that positivity from a lot of people. The Led Zeppelin videos we do, you know, we put them on a lot of some of these big Led Zeppelin Facebook groups that have, you know, like 50,000, 60, 70,000, but one has 100,000 members, and this is a Facebook group. So there's, you know, plenty of places you can put your videos to get some subscriptions, and also setting up your own Facebook groups, which is what we've done here on the channel. We've got a All About the Blues Facebook group, which we control. It's got 13,000 members. We've got a Peter Green Facebook group, which is coming up to 9,000 members. We've got a Eric Clapton Facebook group, which has 2,500, a Rolling Stones Facebook group, which has got about 4,000. So, you know, that we started, that we control, that we can put our posts up. So, you know, that works. what's John saying? I shared it on my Facebook group and got my cousin to watch. Yeah, you got to start. Yeah, that's how it goes. To build. Now, whether or not these people are going to come back and watch you regularly, weekly, or whatever, well, you don't know. When someone subscribes to your channel, and we subscribe back too. That's another thing too that we talk about here on our channel, that I'll sit back and I'll go through every couple of days and subscribe to everybody that subscribes to us. When we started mentioning that, that had an effect as well, because other channels want to build their channel, and don't be frightened to ask people to subscribe to your channel. When I started, I was, looking at some guys playing some Clapton riffs, and I said, hey, fantastic, I've just subbed. Cheers from New Zealand. Any chance of a sub back? You got him. So, but anyway, I'll share with you some information. Let me go to my media assets here, and I'll put up. Where are we? Cheapers, Andrew. StreamYards keep changing. Here we go. Right. So this was a screenshot from 2 days ago, and not much has changed, because I was going to originally do this show last night, but couldn't because I got called back to work. Never mind. But that's another story. So I'm going to put this up here for you so you can have a look. So this is from Sunday, and you can see the overview there, the overview of the views. That's for the last 28 days. The watch time, the amount of subscribers that we've picked up over the last 28 days, 86 subscribers. And the figure that we're really interested in talking about here is $104. That's the estimated revenue that we're going to make this month from YouTube. That's 104 New Zealand dollars, folks. That's the estimated. I'll tell you, we'll probably end up with about $130 to $140 for the channel. There it is there. That's what we make. We make on the channel $100 to $130 a month. But this is where it's a little bit interesting if you're interested in doing your own YouTube channel. If you have a look at this one here, that's the same one. The same statistics, analytics, $104 the last 28 days. But we use a program here that we organize and run our show on. It's a web-based program, and it's called StreamYards. And StreamYards is a really, really cool program. It's fantastic. When we first started doing this channel, we had Google Hangouts. And if you want to go back and have a look at these horrible shows, they're still on the channel, where we were doing Google Hangouts, and it was just slow. And the internet access that I had back then was copper, and it was just nuts when we were doing this. I remember when we were doing the 5150 show, I was coming in, I was going out. It was just nuts. And because I live in a back section, we had to get the fiber optic put down. They had to dig that. When I realized that we were going to do this weekly, and we had to have decent speed to upload things and just to even run the show, there was just no point in me doing a show, because I was falling out 6 times, or other co-hosts were falling out. So we had to do that upgrade, and then they send you a bill. Yeah. So we tried a couple of programs after that. I tried Stream. I think it was called Stream. Oh, OBS. OBS was this thing, and it was just crazy. I couldn't get my head around it. It just took up so much space on my computer. It was just, so I just got rid of that. And a lot of people were talking about the StreamYards. So I went and had a look at StreamYards, set up an account, and StreamYards has worked really, really well. Now we pay the subscription because the subscription one gives you more people to enter. When you have a show, you can have up to 10 people. It allows you to do editing. It allows you to have those banners rolling under the bottom there. It allows you to have Choc Bong Jovi under the Andrew name. It allows you to have these things here operating. You know, these little banners in the corner there that you can get, as opposed to just the standard StreamYards logo. You can do overlays, you know, like this, the clickbait overlay. It's fantastic. You know, I'm a fan of it. Allows you to, there's one there from a previous show. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good program. But that's a monthly subscription. So check this out. Bear in mind what I just showed you before. So we'll get anywhere from $100 to $130. That's New Zealand dollars. And we get taxed from that. So keep that in mind too. We get taxed. YouTube, before they pay you, they take some money out. So it's about $110, $100. So this is the invoice from StreamYards. This is monthly. It was up until halfway through last year, $25 a month. Around October, November last year, the basic plan that we're on is now $44 a month, which is about 81 New Zealand dollars. Yeah. So keep that in mind if you grab your calculators. And then because you have to have the ability behind the scenes to edit your videos on YouTube, in the studio, where you can tag cards during shows and you can put cards at the end of the show and stuff like that. It's really important, you know, and you get some extra analytics. You can't just have the standard free YouTube account, because it just won't work. Not if you're a content creator. You have to buy the subscription. So the subscription now for the YouTube is, I've highlighted it as of this month. So it's gone up from $15.99, 16 New Zealand dollars. It's going to jump up YouTube Red to 24 New Zealand dollars a month. So work that out, folks. If you want to run a YouTube channel and you want to have a good, the StreamYards program to run your shows on, and the YouTube Red subscription, You're going to be doing that on love for a long, long time. And if it wasn't for the generosity of some of the super chats that we've had over the last couple of years, and more importantly, the gift subscribers that Nelson has given out, the channel would be yeah, well, we'd just be doing this. Now, the Rock Professor also subscribes too. He gives us a monthly donation. He's done that right from the start too, so I can't leave the Rock Professor out of that conversation. Nelson, yeah, he's in the chat there. So, thank you, Nelson, for everything that you've done over the last couple of years, brother, because, your generosity has, helped us, do this show. Because YouTube don't give money out. Yeah. Yeah. Stop. Come on, you guys make great content. It's all you guys. Well, thank you. Thank you, Nelson. I really appreciate that. And we are a family. We're an international family. We're a YouTube family on this part of the YouTube world. But I just thought I'd like to, share that with you, that it takes a lot of hard work for these channels that are out there that are, if they are making, an income, it's because they have products associated with their channels. Good on you, Arvin. You're right. You're right, Arvin. And also, as I said at the start of the show, asking for super chats. But we'll never do that. We'll never ask for super chats. Not on this channel. If people want to give us a super chat, of course we'll accept that. But it's not what we do. So I just thought I'd share that with you, guys, that if you are interested in doing a YouTube show, and we encourage people to do it, it's it's a great thing. It's a gig. It's a weekly gig that we do here on the channel. I love it. But there is a cost, if you want to do it to any kind of, make it look good, make it look attractive, It's like all hobbies, though, isn't it? As my other friend said when we were having the conversation, years ago, 15 years ago, I was playing golf for a couple of years, and gosh, the money I spent playing golf, and I still got a 24 handicap. I know guys that go fishing, what they spend on fishing rods and fishing reels, guitars. Yeah, we all have hobbies, and we all have to do something. And YouTube, it's another hobby. It's another thing that you do. Guitar Talk Universe, good to see you, bro. But yeah, that's our story. With the StreamYard subscription taken out, and the new fee that YouTube are going to charge for the Red subscription, you might get a couple of Cokes. Yeah, so if you're watching and you are a content creator, let us know what your experiences are. You don't have to get into details. I know that some people don't want to share that kind of information. I get it. A very good friend of mine, Mark from My Blues Guitar, did something similar last year where he was talking about if he was going to buy a Les Paul guitar, and he worked it out because he's got about 10,000 subscribers on his channel too, and he worked it out that it would be like hundreds of years, 400-500 years, something crazy like that, before he could, get a Les Paul guitar. Gretch Zeppelin, are we talking about how Andrew is spending? No, Gretch, yeah, well, I just went through. If you just jumped on, I'll just flick through because we're going to end the show soon, but there's a couple of stats there that I just grabbed off the channel on Sunday night, so 2 nights ago. So have a look here. So this is the stats for the last 28 days, and the stat that we're looking at there is the $104.18. That's the estimated revenue that YouTube will say that we'll make. That could be 130, 140. If we get a couple of super chats, it might be 150. Then there's tax taken off that, and then out of that comes the 44 or 45 US dollars, which equates to just under 90 New Zealand dollars for the StreamYard's monthly subscription that we use to run the program on. And then now, from next month, you've got the $24 from YouTube to have the ad-free status, which again, I'm going to repeat, is really important if you're a content creator, because you get more things available to you when you're behind the scenes, and also you won't get ads while you're busy editing your videos. You know what? They'll be models. So if you guys ever thought that, this channel would cease to exist because, as we joke often, we'll be out on a villa somewhere spending all the money we've made off YouTube, let me tell you, that ain't happening. If I do that, it's because I've had I've won the lottery. I spend all mine on drugs and yachts. Well, we've done things like that, haven't we, in the past? I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs anymore. I just buy guitars. So seriously, I don't want to discourage anyone from doing a YouTube show. That's not what. Yeah, that thought's just come to my mind quickly. That's not what the show's about. We'll encourage anybody, and we'll give any support we can to anybody, especially that we know that wants to get out there and do a YouTube show. But just be aware that that it's going to be a hobby, something that you want to do, and having this StreamYards program has given us, gave us a bit of a boost with running things. Like, you can have videos, you can start videos, you can slow videos down, you can have this ability here. Hold on, guys. Where is it? You can have background music. It's pretty cool. You can do all this kind of stuff. But yes, we are in a commercial world, folks. We are in a commercial world. Oh, what did I do? I've just... Yeah, Andrew Walton. Where's my theme? Where's our theme? Hold on. Somewhere. Now, here's another thing too that they do. They change. It changes often. Oh, hey, Simon. You'll have to go back and watch the start of the show, buddy. I've already gone through the stats twice. But needless to say, I will say this, that we won't be, well, I won't be leaving anywhere quickly. Style. Let me just, I want to see what I did with the original orange that we had. It's here somewhere. It's pissing me off. Presets. Where is it? There it is. Dickhead. Oh, that's too orangey. Oh. Oh, that'll do. Where is it? We might change it there. That's better. That will do. All right. I'm making less than Elon Musk from YouTube. Yeah. Stop. Come on, guys. You make great content. Thank you for that, Arvin. And Nelson, your contributions, and Simon, your contribution too, your monthly contribution just makes it a little bit easier on the back wallet, you know. Feeling a bit battered, but okay, thanks. I'm holding on. The Rock Professor's holding on. At our level, it's like paying subs to the sports team you play for. Yeah, you're right, Simon. You've always been, like I said at the top of the show, you know, I appreciate the fact that you are always part of doing that, part of wearing that cost. But I understand YouTube, from what I've heard, are going to be putting up. So they put up the YouTube subscriber service, goes up end of this month. I've been reading on the internet that they're going to be probably doing that every 12 months. Yeah. All right, folks, I'm going to go. Thanks for hanging out. Let us know if you're a content creator, what your experiences are. And like I said, I don't want to discourage people from running a YouTube show, for being part of a YouTube show, you know. Don't want to do that at all. But your passion has to come through first for it, whatever your subject is. And if anybody has got to the 41-minute mark and you do want to subscribe to the channel, please do. We ask you to do that. If you do want to become a channel member, there's always that ability there for you to do that as well. We've got 3 levels. And if you want to sponsor the show in any way, like I said to you at the beginning of the show, I can understand now why a lot of channels have sponsorships. I fully understand now why, because that's how they make money. That's where they're making the money. It's through their channel sponsors. That's the big chunk. What's Gretch saying? Well, you may not make money from YouTube. 100%. That's what it's about, mate. It's about friends, exactly. And it's like, on Saturday night, I caught up with a couple of guys. We were playing some music together, and this is where this conversation originally stemmed from, and 20 years ago we were playing at a couple of venues and we never made a cent. You don't do this for money. You're doing this because you have a passion for it, and we do. I do particularly enjoy, getting together with you guys, because we're talking about these great bands, Led Zeppelin. We're talking about Cream. We're talking about Bruce Springsteen. We're talking about Eric Clapton. We're talking about guitars. Everything that that means, a lot to us. Darren. Boozy, dippity, zippity, boo. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the comment. But I'm going to let you fine folks go. I think it's the 4th time I said it. I got to go. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. We do a weekly show. If you go and have a look on the channel, you'll see when we do it. It's Sunday night here in New Zealand. It's early in the UK for the Rock Professor. If you want to come on and do something with us, that's probably the time that you're going to have to work out. There's a couple of good friends of ours that we're having conversations with, and that's the best time. If you want to come on and do something with Brad and I and the Rock Professor, that's the time to get us. Otherwise, we'll try and do something some other time. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate it. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's nice. Thank you for the comment. The 10K subscribers that we've got must have thought what the one show that they saw, or a couple of shows that they saw us doing, was good enough for them to subscribe to. So I just want to make that point too, that I made at the top of the show. If you're watching a YouTube clip and you like it, make sure you go and subscribe to that channel, because 75% of the people who watch our videos aren't subscribers. So I don't know about you, but I always try and do it. If I'm sitting there watching a video, I was watching this Japanese dude before I jumped on here, and he was just doing some Keith Richards riffs. Really good, tabbed out, and I watched 3 or 4 of them. And then I remembered after I stopped I had to go back. I made a point of it going back to subscribe to the guy. So what's John saying? everything we'd be talking about with mates at home or the pub. Exactly, John. It's just about with our mates all over 100%. 100%, because the guys that I work with don't like the music I like. Carl did when Carl and I were working together, but the dudes I hang, yeah, they're not interested in, so there's no connection there. If you ever need a guest to talk about David Lee Roth, reach out. I'd love Darren. I'll flick you my email. Kiwi Clapton at gmail.com. There's Kiwi Clapton at gmail.com. Flick me an email. We do have a soft spot for Van Halen on this channel. If you're not aware, Darren, the Van Halen subject has boosted our channel. We have John Conklin and Jimmy Vomus and Alan Garber come on. We haven't done a Van Halen hangout with those guys this year, but we do a Van Halen show. And that's normally, if you're in the States, we normally try and do that here on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. So that'll be a Friday evening or a Saturday evening on average, depending where you are in the States. Yeah, drop us a line. Would love to talk Van Halen. Big part of the channel. The Rock Professor will attest to that. And Darren, I'm just going to hold on. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to subscribe to your channel. Give me 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. I want to. Where are we? Where am I? There. And bring the chat up. Darren. Go to channel. I've subscribed. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay. And what I'll do, Darren, later on is I will make sure that your channel is on our community page. Because we often, every show we do, we ask people to go to our community page and subscribe to all our friends there. So I'll make sure your channel is there. All right, folks, I've got to go. We'll see you on Sunday. With or without the Rock Professor, we don't know yet. I think, yeah, he's going to let us know in a couple of days. There's no pressure there. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out.